doing, man?
I'm good. I'm in
Yeah.
constant state of trying to finish well, not trying. I had my album done last week, and then I came up with a new idea, and I think I'm driving Atlantic Records crazy. They want me
That's
to
your
turn the
job.
album in. It's my job to do that. I can do
Yeah.
that.
Charlie, you're doing what I've always wanted to do. Like, I got into this on accident because I was going to school to learn how to produce music and do all that stuff.
Wait, what do you mean by act? That's very interesting.
So
Why
I
by
was-
act?
Okay, so I was going to college. I had gotten out of the Navy. I was going to college for music broadcasting, right? And on my way into class, one of my friends said, "Hey, let's go sign up to be an intern at one of the local radio stations. Do you want to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Yeah.
And then I got a job and it went on from there.
Well,
I never.
I never stopped. I mean, dude, there's a better life in doing what you do than what I'm doing.
Well, it's all. I mean, you're really. It's not that different, honestly. I think you're kind of facilitating, what millions of people, like, the millions of people that listen to you. You're a huge part of the equation. So it's like I can make the product, but you have to think about like the audience and like what people are going to want to sing along to. I mean, that's what certainly works for me too. I mean, there's certain artists that are like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever I want, but I'm always thinking about how the song is going to be perceived, which is why I put my music on TikTok. And, it's kind of like the step before it goes on the radio.
Dude, that's like, it is really cool to watch that process. I watched that one video where you were panning left to right, and
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the song I'm working on, by the way.
it is, dude, it's a great concept because you're actually giving people, like, in their hand, you're talking to them and taking them through the process. Do you think that because you're doing this, Light Switch is more popular? Is the word sure.
I think so. So. And mainly because I feel like when people, when people turn it on, they're going to feel like that was no pun intended, turn it on. But that when they listen to it, they feel like they wrote the song with me. They were there for every little bloop and bleep. And, when it was in its like fetus stage, and now it's out.
So, Charlie, I wanted to ask you about, I read you were bullied as a kid. I was too. And I'm talking to a listener here. Her name is Brooklyn. She's getting bullied.
Why?
And
what's that?
Why? Why is she getting bullied?
She's different. She likes to rescue horses and just be herself. And to other kids, that's uncool. And they're making fun of her.
Well, so what? It's cool to just be like everybody else. I'll literally, maybe I'm just 30 now and I'll just like, I don't understand it, but like, I feel like I just don't understand that. Like why is it a cool thing to be like, oh, you're having this for lunch, I'm going to have this for lunch too. And I'm going to like wear this shirt because you're wearing this shirt. And I saw this person like dare someone to be actually different and want to do something great for society, like rescue horses or do something outlandish like what I did. That's like, it's super, that's also a weird thing to, you're doing something really amazing for society. You suck.
I think that's what it is. I think you hit it right there, is that when kids don't figure themselves out and somebody else has it, not figured out, but they're further along, they get intimidated and they start to knock them down just so they can feel better about themselves.
Oh, the kids suck. She's just ahead of the. She's just the kids don't suck, but like most do. She's just ahead of the curb right now. Everyone else will like realize like 10 years from now, like, oh, I should have been nicer to her because she literally invented this life-saving procedure for animals, and I do this.
From your mouth to God's ear, dude. Let me ask you, like Light Switch, great video, great song. I love the fact that you got Billy Blanks in there. Have you gone through some ish over your life now that you hit 30? You mentioned it earlier. Do you think you got a different perspective on life now that you're at the 30?
I think some different ish. I like that. I think I've just kind of come into myself a little bit more. Like in like 2019, for example, I was shaving my head and filming music videos with fire behind them, thinking I was like the coolest person ever. And I was just pretending. I wasn't like, and I was putting all of like what I was good at and what I could showcase to the side, thinking that, in order to be an artist and to get my record played on the radio, I have to be really cool. And that works for some artists, but it doesn't work for me. What's cool for me is just me being me, and that goes for everybody listening to this. It's maybe easier said than done. It took me a couple of years to figure it out,
I think
but
that's it.
that's it.
Yeah, yeah, man. Everybody's got to find their way, and it happens at different times. Sometimes it's turning 30, sometimes it's 45 or whatever, wherever they get it.
Quincy Jones produced Thriller at 50 years old. Leslie Nelson, he's no longer with us, but he became the biggest actor in later in his career when he was 60. It happens at different times for everybody. I mean,
Yeah.
it really does.
Anything, I mean, dude, what else is there left for you to accomplish and kill in life? What motivates you now?
I want to music in its ever-changing form, the way that it's perceived by people, and the way, I mean, the music industry is a completely different place than what it was in 2015 when I first got signed. So I believe that there's still room to grow. I want to be able to make more albums in different genres. This next album you're going to hear from me, it doesn't sound like anything like the last album, and I hope the next album after this album sounds like nothing like that as well. I want to write a score for a movie. I want to break an artist myself. There's a lot to accomplish.
Dude, I appreciate you being so candid with us and taking the time. You're one of my favorite artists. You've always been super nice with me, so I appreciate that. And dude, I can't wait. When's the album dropping?
I think it's gonna. Well, we're talking about touring. Like, this is where an artist would be like, "You're just gonna have to wait and find out." I'm literally gonna like tell you things that I'm probably not even supposed to say. I think we're talking like tour like later this year. I think the album will come out after the summer. That song you were talking about before, where the vocals pan left and right. By the way, how cool would that sound on the radio?
Dude.
I don't even know if that's gonna be serviced or anything, but like you listen to it in your car and you hear everything on the left speaker and then over to the right speaker. That would be so cool. There's this year, everything is happening. I don't know exactly.
We'll keep our eyes out. When you come through Dallas, we'll definitely be there. Say hi, and we'll chat some more. All right?
That, man, it's good to talk to you again. It's been too long.
Yeah, I know, Charlie. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.